Hello.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is your boy. Dr. Keon, here, sitting up in here with my crew. I'm sitting in here with the crew tonight. I got, to my right, I got Miss Shy. What's up, Biggie?
Hello.
It was all a that's looking real Biggie-ish today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got Sean over here, got his hat on.
What's up, people? Bad hair day.
Oh, that's
Been at
what
the
it
zoo
is?
all day.
Oh, that's what it's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. And we got Dr. Tasha over here. I'm gonna go on and
Go ahead, put it out there.
hey, look, y'all. So I put out a challenge to Tasha the other day, okay? And yeah, I'm kind of whatever. Tasha got me yesterday. She got me. See, what had happened was you can't. I can't. No.
Don't make excuses.
I lost.
You lost.
I'm gonna say it. I lost. I got outscored yesterday. I got outscored. That's it. That's all it was. I got outscored. Tasha had more pins knocked down than I did. She had more pins knocked down than a whole bunch of people did. But she got me.
She was not challenging me.
But she wasn't. I mean, hey, Sean beat me. Well, Sean beat me. Now, Sean was bringing up the rear pretty tight, but
Say, man.
yeah, hey,
What you're not going to do is put me on blast like that, young man.
I mean, you put yourself on blast. I'm just, hey,
Don't
you
get
just
club
did.
punched after the show.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll take it. But no, we had a great time yesterday, man. It was great fellowship. We want to try to do that a little more often.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want to
say
get
once
into the
a month.
particulars, but I'm just saying, y'all, I am a real bowler. It is very difficult for me to bowl on lanes that don't have oil. That's the excuse that I'm gonna ride with. Okay.
Oh, God, you are such a sore ass
I'm not a
loser.
sore loser. I said that you
are a
won.
sore loser.
What's gonna be?
You making excuses
No,
still.
I'm not. I lost. Okay, folks, I lost. She put out
Three
it
games.
It was 3 games.
3 games,
I
he
lost.
lost all
I
3.
lost. Okay, I lost. You happy now?
I'm good.
Jeez, let me alone. What else going on with the crew? How was y'all week?
It's just starting, man. It's Monday.
I mean, but we've been away from each other for a little
Yeah,
while.
it's cool.
So,
I mean, it's the last week of school. It's right before the last week of school. It's fight week.
Oh yeah,
You know how that go. So it's the kids on 2,000.
yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm earning my money.
I think for me last week I had a hard week. This was probably the hardest Mother's Day for me in some years. So it was a real hard one. But I feel really energized today. So
That's what's up. Tasha, whatever. You won. Okay, so now what? Go on and gloat. Parade, do all your
I
stuff.
mean, you did it for me, so thanks. I'm good.
Whatever. I didn't do anything.
Everything
for
was
you.
good. Yeah. All that noise he talked. Like, did y'all see all
I
of this
did.
foolishness?
Yeah,
you the one that
did.
started it, man.
No,
yeah,
well,
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I started it. You're right. I did. I started it. But what would that look like, me going out there beating a woman? Come on, man. That don't make no sense.
What?
It's like me
Wait,
and Sean
pause.
get into it.
Pause.
What?
Did you not put a video out saying this ain't gonna be this ain't when we get out there it's gonna be a grown man? But did y'all not see that? Did y'all not?
You put that out
You
there,
put
bro.
that out there.
Sure.
So where was that grown man bowling at that day,
Hey,
sir?
he stayed at the house. I don't know who
Yeah,
showed up out
yeah.
there in those
Take
lanes.
that, Wall.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I tell you what, I have never ever bowled that bad, in my life. That was pretty devastating. It was bad. Any rate, I'm not going to belabor that point. Y'all, it's good to be here. Y'all know we got to stack this thing here with controversy, as we are going to be known to do. Y'all, we're the new kids on the block here at the Spear Podcast Studio. We the new kids. But you know what happened with those new kids that's on the block? We come take over. No disrespect to everybody else that's out there, but we come to do that thing, okay? So I want to kick this off with a question. I had a friend of mine last week that listened in on the show, and he missed the opportunity to add something to the conversation. He was asking, how do you address a situation when you meet somebody and they're freshly out of a relationship and they come in, like we were talking about with the representative, and you're left to try to understand what happened, okay? They're brand new and they want to come in, and nobody wants to ever tell you the bad that they did in a relationship. They always want to make it out to be kind of like the other person's fault. but you're left to be trying
Damage
to be
control.
inch eye, private eye. MacGyver is trying to figure out what was going on in that relationship.
Damage control.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you call it?
Possibly. You could be coming in if you're trying to figure it out. Why are you trying to figure it out? To fix it, right?
I don't get it. I don't get the question, I guess.
Where I'm at with it, you lost me when you said they're fresh out of another relationship. I mean,
So is he upset? Is he trying to? I guess I'm confused as to who's trying to get the information.
So I'm gonna read you what he said real quick. He said that he enjoyed the show. He said when people first meet a potential suitor, they only show their positive attributes, not the stuff that probably made them single in the first place. It's up to us to find out the negative and their character flaws first, because ultimately that's the measuring stick of what will cause conflict that will show if we're able to tolerate what was going on. He asked if he was tripping about that.
well, this is what I'll say. And I've said this before on other shows. Not to give the long drawn-out story behind it, but I was an older woman pretty much told me just like this. She asked me why I was single, and I explained I hadn't found the right one yet. She said this. She said, son, she chuckled and said, son, just like all of y'all are stupid, all women are crazy. Mm-hmm. What you're going to have to do is find the brand of crazy that you can't live without. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think the mistake that we make a lot of times is that we forget that we have our own issues and flaws.
Oh, absolutely.
And so what we start doing is becoming ultra picky and ultra nitpicky about certain things. There is no such thing as a perfect woman, just like there's no such thing as a perfect man. What you have to do is find the person that you gel and mesh with and roll with it. You're going to have your ups and downs. That's going to be with anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you should. I think it's unfair to ask the question like he's trying to see what her flaws are. Is that basically what he was saying?
Well, I guess. I don't want to read too much into it, but yeah, that's what he was kind of asking. Yeah.
Because I think that's something that happens with experience. Everybody's different with everybody. What flaw you may have had in one situation. I say it all the time. I'm working on the things from my last relationship, but I can't really hold the next person accountable when those things I've worked on, they don't appreciate them, because that may not be what they need. So when we are working on things, those things have to be for ourselves. The new relationship, you have to just be open to being in the new relationship with whatever that comes with. If you go off of what all you worked on and somebody is not happy with it, the new person's not happy with it, you need to go back with the old person who you perfected it for, who needed it, because your new person just needs you to be open.
Right.
I think you also have to take into consideration that going from one relationship to another, you're dating with you're different. These are two different people. Mm-hmm. So, of course, everyone is going to probably look for something different. And you have to take into consideration that, hey, this is a completely different person. So this person right here may have wanted X, Y, Z. This person right here might want A, B, C. So you have to be able to differentiate and not make the next person pay for the last person.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with that. And I'll be honest. I've did a lot of, like in relationships, I've done a lot of changes, kind of like what Shy speaks to, because if you're making those changes for the person that you were with, then you need to go back with that person. But I guess it's one of those things where you need to be really focusing in on what it is that's going to be best for you. You cannot change for anybody else. Mm-hmm. And if the other person doesn't appreciate the changes that you bring to the table, then that's going to be kind of one of their issues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that was a good one, T. That's my homeboy Torrance Truscott from school. So
okay, so
gotcha.
I have something else. I want to jump in a little bit again on that when we talk about change. Okay. Change can be an issue sometimes because of the representative. So what if this person changes, or I'm going to say change. I'm not going to say grow, because when we grow together, we learn together. Okay. So what if this person say, okay, you know what? Maybe I can work on this. And they make some adjustments for you. And then later on, that person does not like those adjustments because you don't have the person that you met.
Right.
wouldn't that become a problem?
I mean, but that's the risk in relationships, though. I mean, the thing that you have to understand with relationships is risk and reward. You know, no risk usually, not much of a reward. Big reward.
I look at that as a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You know, 'cause
So
it's not going to always
appreciate
be the
who
same
you
thing.
got.
It's not going to always be the same thing with every situation. I think every situation is different, so you can't necessarily think that if you change with everybody that person's going to have a problem. It just depends on the person. And sometimes some things just don't work.
Yeah.
They don't work, and you have to be accepting of it, or you have to be able to roll up your sleeve and do the work. It's all work. That's, I think, the hardest part is that it's all work. I read a meme the other day, and it was like, great relationships are not great because of the people in them, and the good times is great because of the way that couple came out of it. And I kind of think it's just the big picture. What is your big picture? What is your goal? Are we striving for the same big picture? Are we striving for the same goal? We may not get there the exact same way.
Right.
But we have to bring all of that to the table. And it's just about change is going to happen. Everybody changes. Change is the one inevitable thing that has to happen. We're a day older. We're a minute older. You're going to change. Your thoughts are going to change the more experiences you have. So I feel like you're right. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's really just your free will.
Yeah. I just don't, for the life of me, and I know that I have a part to play in all of it, I just don't know why it's so dang hard. I don't know why. I struggle with trying to understand why the heck relationships are so hard.
Because
why
we
are
don't
they
take the
so
time.
difficult? Shai talks about rolling up sleeves and working. What happens if you have a person, you roll up the sleeves work and you're rolling up the sleeve work, but you're not working together? I put a post out before.
You can work against too.
Well,
yeah.
right, and I've asked the question: what's more important, a partnership or companionship in relationships? And I think it really depends on where you are in life. I need a partner. I know that's what I need. I need somebody that we have a like mind where we're working towards something together versus companion. I've had a lot of companions. Those are the people just sitting around and we're not, we have a great time together, but what are we building together? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're going to have that time where you have that friction, but we're making each other better, in that process. But you got to be grown about that thing, though, too, if you really want to be in a relationship.
Right.
I was just simply going to say I think it's a healthy combination of both. I don't want to have either side of the spectrum. I think it needs to be a balance of both. It needs to be companionship and that partnership as well. Even in my book, as I stated, the person that you end up with, shameless plug, needs to be compatible, not just compatible, but suitable, and not just suitable, but right for the occasion. That deals with both of those things. That deals with that person being a companion. That means you fit together. And then it also deals with that person being a partner. That means you're going in the same direction. Yeah.
And I feel like it means everybody has to be willing to do the uncomfortable work. That's the part that I think makes all relationships hard. That's hard being a parent. That's hard being a friend. You have to have difficult conversations and effective communication?
Yeah.
Effective communication. That means no walls can go up. That means even when it's an uncomfortable conversation. That means no shutdowns can happen. That means when your goal is the same goal, it's going to be hard. It's hard going to work sometimes. I love my job, but there are days that I'm completely drained. So it's today, and you don't like your coworkers, you don't like your clients. It's going to be all of that. But that's part of the relationship. You can't have one without the other. Every relationship is going to be hard. I don't even know if it's really as hard as we make it. Or it's just as hard as we make it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I got to push back though about walls. I believe walls are very important. I think walls protect. You can be delivered from a situation, but you might not have that restoration. You might not be ready for it. Yeah, you might be delivered from the damaged relationship. You were in an abusive relationship. You got out of that situation. You have been delivered from that. But so you have to build a wall to protect that part of you before you're able to go in and get into another relationship. But I don't want to go down that path. But I think that walls are very much so important in relationship. Why you looking at me like that, bro?
Because you know I got a rebuttal.
Of course you do. 'Cause that's just what we do.
So I think that you have to be very careful in talking about that, because there is a distinct difference between walls and gates.
Right.
Gates protect.
Walls protect as well.
Walls,
They block you.
They block, but they also capture the person that's with you.
Same thing with a gate.
No, a gate is accessible. I can come in and out of a gate. A gate has an opening in it.
You
A
can
wall,
go
you
over-
got to put in more work to knock that joker
right.
down.
But again, if you're putting in the work, that's letting me know, hey, that you really want to be in that
No,
situation.
You have
No.
imprisoned the
Okay.
person.
I don't
That's
know.
it. That's
Well,
not only is that
no.
imprisoning. That's
We
not.
agree.
That's not
I don't
a
want
fair.
anybody that has a wall up.
Yeah, that's
because
not fair.
if I got to work that much harder, that means, I mean, do you even want me or not? I
Hey,
mean,
Are
if
you
you mean you're
worth
gonna
it?
make
Like,
yeah, and I gotta,
that
I gotta come with my sledgehammer.
That-
like, God damn.
that great theologian, Betty Wright.
Here
Anything
we
worth
go.
having is worth working for and waiting for.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with working.
Okay then.
But,
Okay.
but it is.
But
Yeah.
she
That's
also
wrong with
said that
imprisonment.
She also
That's
said
that
that
having
having a piece of man is better than
not
having no man at all, and that's
That
not
is
true.
Don't be
true.
like Betty.
No.
She's stupid.
Speaking of piece of
That's
man
not
instead
true.
of having no man at all, y'all, let's roll on to this. Mike, can you hit us with something real quick?
Oh
we,
yeah,
we
the
got to
clip.
show y'all something real
Let's-
quick.
We want to
Y'all
know
check
what
this
y'all
out.
think about
Don't
this.
lie.
Yeah.
Can you share your views on monogamy? I don't give a fuck about it. How about that? Is that views enough? I really don't care about certain stuff. I care about loyalty and honesty and cleanliness and genuine spirituality and things of that nature. And when my partner is vibrating on a certain type of frequency, I'm not giving a fuck if he texting another woman or saying hello to somebody, because I trust him to take care of him for us. I trust him to take care of him for us. So that's why I don't give a fuck about fidelity or monogamy. Because when I'm being taken care of properly, I don't have time to worry about the possibility of what you could be doing, because I trust you to take care of you for us. I trust you to make good decisions. I trust you not to put my health at risk. So I know if there is another party that you're dealing with, then she's beneficial for us. And I hope that she is treating you kindly.
You can stop it right there.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
I-
You telling
listen,
a fucking lie.
listen.
I don't give a
Hey,
damn.
listen.
Fuck
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
shit.
say her eyelashes
lying.
look like spiders.
They do. That's a
And I kind
motherfucker-
of I don't
care.
want to go. I don't want to
No.
attack this young
can
lady.
Can I do it?
What? Hey man,
Somebody that hit her with that turtle head and she
Listen.
sick behind it. That's what that is.
Listen,
No.
listen. Wait, no. I don't want to jump on this because I feel like fighting tonight. Okay,
That's some bullshit.
I
So you mean to tell me?
no, that is not.
No. Wait.
I don't
hold
know
on,
if that's
hold
what
on,
I mean
Keon.
to tell
Nah,
you.
I'm not talking
What?
about you, Keon.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me that if you have someone that is taking care of you, right? This is your man. This is baby. He's taking care of home. He's on all of this stuff. You love him. You don't give a damn about him talking to somebody else or laying down with another woman. That's a fucking lie. We are not built like that.
I'm not built that. I'm too territorial.
I am very
Yeah, I mean,
territorial. I don't like that
yeah.
shit.
But what I'm
bro.
saying,
I'm sorry.
I said that it happens all the time, because I'm not talking about your regular Joe. I'm talking about when we look
We
at.
talking about baby. She
But
said
I'm
we on
talking
a
about.
spiritual
But I'm talking
wavelength. We
about
on the
too.
same,
Yeah, but there are some
Come
people,
on.
NFL players, that go through this. They're not going to give up. Kobe Bryant went through this. They're not going to give up their home, their family, that what this lifestyle this man has provided to them.
Okay,
For that.
let's pause right there. One has money. Now let's talk about the guy that worked the 9 to 5.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about him.
Yeah.
He can't do
but
that.
Still, but
You have
No,
to have a
yeah,
certain
yeah,
type
you
of
got-
economic
you got-
bracket.
Yeah, you
to
gotta
be able to
have
pull
a
that
certain
off.
No. We're not even
And
going to say an
but it's-
economic bracket. Them inches, boy.
Yeah, them inches
Them
can't get you caught up.
them inches can do some things, brother. I'm just saying. And
I
they ain't got
read
to be a
your
whole
statement,
bunch of
ain't
them.
Bobby. I read it.
Oh, ain't all right.
She
Hey,
said-
Bobby, what's going on?
She say that's because she's a hoe.
I don't want to say that. I can't call that woman no
But
daggone
that's what she
garden tool.
said. I'm just
No,
reading her
I
notes.
can't say that. I can't say that.
Hold up. Laura said, because I think on the watch party we have. I'm sorry, I did watch party,
Yeah.
but it says, Laura, to this gate thing. I want to let y'all know we see y'all. Hey, Michael, a gate is still welcoming. A wall says stay away. That was her period on that. I'm gonna let her have the here's the catch.
Yeah.
But it happens all the time with a certain back to this little video, I was just saying with a certain amount of money, a certain status.
I'm still territorial. I don't give a damn.
I mean, I am too, and I'm just gonna speak of this from a male's perspective. I'm gonna say this out there. I'm gonna put this out there from a male perspective, dude. Because to me, this is a one-sided deal. This is one-sided, and hey, it is what it is. Man, I'm finna get into some trouble with this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Listen, I think men can do that. I think men can go out there and they can be sowing their oats and things like that. I'm not there. I'm not there. That's not where I am. Because I have a very, very difficult time thinking about another dude and saying that I'm in a relationship with a woman and I have a very difficult time telling her, hey, you could do whatever. Because I ain't finna have no other man acting a fool with my woman. Not up and down. No, I can't. That screws with my psyche. Come on, Sean. You say this all the time about the movie.
There are 2 movies, and I think going on 3.
Oh, it's gonna be a third one.
Yeah, from what I hear, that is built off of the thought of Morris Chestnut thinking about his homeboy having his wife to be grabbing the sheets.
Yeah.
So no, men are not built that way.
Yeah, I'm not.
So it's quite hypocritical to me for a man to expect a woman to be built that way.
Yeah. I can't. No. I don't want to think about that. But go ahead, Sean.
You know what that old lady said to you?
Mm-hmm.
All women are crazy. You ever want to find out how crazy one is? Try it.
Her crazy meter.
You ever want to try to find out how crazy I am?
Try what?
Try it.
Try what?
What she said.
What she do? What she do? So what part?
What the video said.
But what
All
part?
of it. All of it.
So you're saying that you try going out and doing whatever and then coming back? Okay.
And watch and see how crazy show up.
Okay.
Because there is another side of me, and I will never lie about it. I got a lot of crazy in me. I ain't got a little. I got a
The
lot.
show is good.
My thing is this: if you feel like that's what you want to do, please leave me the hell alone.
All the way
But
alone.
I think that
Let me go on ahead and
but we
move
all
around.
got some crazy shot. Tasha, I believe you crazy. I could just look at you. You rocking back and
How
forth.
fucking dare you?
See, because Tasha is crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Yes, she is. Anybody
I'm
can sit there and
straightforward.
whisper and talk to you while they're sitting there and frustrated. You crazy too. You
Keon,
crazy.
are we still on this shit with the bowling? You
No,
still? This is why you
I'm
coming
done
for me
with
right
bowling.
now?
I'm done with
Okay.
bowling. Bowling happened, okay? Why you bringing up old stuff? It happened, okay?
Yeah,
You beat me.
okay. But anyway, moving right along.
But no, I just have a difficult time with that though. I have a very difficult time. I couldn't.
And good for
I
the
couldn't do it.
for the dude that's with her if that's what
Yeah.
he's doing and if that's okay for them.
I just don't believe that. She just talking shit. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Women are not built like that. And if she does feel like that, that means she out there fucking too. Period. She got somebody else that's more, you know what
And
I'm
she
saying?
said,
I don't
"Baby,
care.
he's good for us. You
Us.
don't trust me."
She a team player.
Hey, look,
Unless
look,
she like women.
Look here, man. Look. If any time that there's a situation like that, it's not going to happen. First off, but you want to go see some other dude win a situation, dude better be paying some type of bills. You don't get access to that. You just probably need to be enjoying some company or something like that. But ain't nothing else happening. I'm telling you.
It's a
I
setup.
ain't up for that. It is a setup. It's a setup for a let down into a 6-foot hole. That's what it is.
Because
Bruh,
you're
I
talking
ain't- I
about
ain't-
crazy.
Yeah.
She about to, because right now she's hypnotized by the penis.
Yeah, of course.
And
Man,
what's
she's
going to end
gotta.
up happening is when she really see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
she going to fool around, and then he going to see her crazy.
Now you see what's gonna happen is she opened up that door for him, and he gonna be like, oh, okay, baby, all right with it, and he starts spending more time with that other chick, more time than he's spending with you, and she start getting a little bit more more of that money than you. He start taking care of her, and now he's taking his time away from you to give to her. You gonna have a problem,
No.
dummy.
Yeah, that. I don't know if she was. I don't. You know what I need to consider as well? How old was she? How old was this young lady?
These new.
Because
these
y'all-
new
She
these
probably
new-
got to be in her 20s. She got to be a
I
young
don't know,
whippersnapper.
man. I mean, I didn't.
We don't
yeah.
play that foolishness.
Nah,
No,
man.
no. Mm-mm.
She sounded like something was going on with her. Bless her heart, but it's just no. Okay, young lady.
And then
that
it's too
won't
much
work
out
for
there.
me.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why it just would mess with me, just because it's too much stuff out there. It's just too much, and just the thought that you would take the risk and bring that into my house.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
we're not fooling with that. No,
No.
no. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's some bullshit.
But
So
what
here's the catch. I'm not down for it, Tasha.
I ain't with that shit.
I ain't with that
I'm
shit.
territorial.
Don't bring it.
Sean?
Don't bring it, and I won't.
I already told you how I feel.
Okay, well I ain't gonna buy it either. That I got $1, but I am not gonna buy that one. Okay. What about open relationships though? Do that go speak to the same thing?
That's an oxymoron.
How?
Okay.
That's what she's speaking of, an open relationship, basically.
well, okay. Monogamy, open relationships.
So even what she said, we're vibrating on a certain level. She's trying to sound spiritual. And then you're gonna turn around and it's good for us. How? You're sowing discord. You're sowing discord into a union, into unity by bringing someone else in. That's counterproductive. It's stupid.
Okay. Now we didn't play this other part, and I watched another video that was shared with me on Instagram, and let's talk about the makeup of a relationship. Okay. Because I see a lot of times, and dudes, men, y'all jump in here and y'all help me. The married men, y'all please jump in here. And what I've seen is a lot of times a relationship, and I'm just talking about what I see out there, okay? A lot of men are walking around here like caged, like animals, like dogs that haven't been able to get out. You know what I'm saying? They've been neutered. They have been straight up neutered. And so they used to be fun and jumping around. I'm a dog guy, okay? I don't like boy dogs, but I've seen or horses for that matter. So you get the horse and you go and you get the horse fixed. He don't have his tools anymore and everything. So he's still a horse. He still looks like a horse, but he ain't got that spirit like he used to. Shy has a dog, Milo. It's not fixed, and the dog can be there, but then as soon as he get fixed, it's like the spirit is gone. And a lot of times you see men that are in marriages for a long length of time, a lot of them walk around just miserable, walking around holding a purse at the mall. It ain't gonna be me. I can't finna hold no purse, but you see that.
Back to the light.
And so she said that I don't want to be policing everything that he does. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It's impossible. The internet has made the World Wide Web has made that impossible. A lot of times you see these men walking around unhappy because they think they're missing out on something. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Because we looking at everybody's smile. You looking at the wind blowing, but you don't see the fan that's blocking it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't see all the
Got
props.
a little help in the back and
You
just
don't
don't know.
Exactly. You don't see all the props that are happening on these fake relationships, and you think you're missing out on something, and that's lack of it. That's immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Lack
not
of
being
discipline.
confident of yourself. Like, you got to be confident in what you have and know what you have. Because if you have that, women feel that way too. Women feel like sometimes we missing out. Why you don't? We don't sit up there, and I'd rather be with one person and know how I'm working with in that space. Mm-hmm. Than to sit up there and look at somebody else's relationship and marvel over what I don't know is happening. Mm-hmm. So when I see men that are going through that, one of my clients and I were talking about this, and here's the other side of that. When they're living these double lives and having these little hookups and it goes down in the DM and all that fun stuff, the funny thing is, if old girl knew who you really were, she wouldn't want to be with you either. So you're giving her something that she hasn't earned, something that she doesn't know. So when a person really loves you, you got to be with somebody, and you got to want somebody that's going to want all of you. When they know all the bad about you, they're going to be there with you, rolling up the sleeves with you. Or you can take your little hungry, ready to run around ass out and get with somebody who going to do the same thing to you.
And drop them hoes off where they ask you
Drop
to.
them hoes off where they ask you to.
Could you imagine if you saw someone's character on the outside when you met them?
Could you imagine?
That would be amazing,
That would
wouldn't
be
it?
awesome. Because you know what that would do?
It would weed out a whole lot of people.
That'll keep me from wasting my damn time.
Hell yeah, it would.
It keep everybody.
Oh, man.
I think it would add to the pickiness meter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you wouldn't be able to see you. That's the other fun part. Because I wish you could see you. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we could see ourselves. I wonder if we would recognize ourselves and how our good side and our bad
Because
side.
really, let's be honest, bad and failed relationships show us us.
That's right.
You know, because when you're mature, you look at what you did.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's it. And you don't
absolutely.
point on. There's no I need. There's more of a. And I remember I said this before. I remember being in a situation going, I have a problem with this, and the whole conversation turned into, well, how should I have said that? And if you can't educate me on how to communicate with you, it's not going to work. You have to be able to, because now we bring one problem. This was the original problem, but now this doesn't get dealt with because you don't like the way I said something. Now we got two problems on the table, and one of them got to get done so we can get to the other one and clear off the table.
Speaking of problems,
Yeah.
I have our next topic.
What's the problem?
This is
Tasha?
pretty much going to be, it's not a scenario. It's a true story.
Yeah.
And
True story.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's a
remember that?
bit lengthy. I really didn't have time to narrow it down, but I will give you, I pretty much know the story, so
Okay.
I want to know what y'all think.
Okay.
So, speaking of open relationships and infidelity and stuff like that, there was a couple married for 8 years. They have no kids together. Over the past few years, the marriage has been rocky because the husband made a baby on the wife. The wife then accepted the baby, right?
Okay.
But from that point on, she treated the husband like shit. Over time, he got tired of it and they separated, right? When they separated, he began communicating with a friend of his that he had been knowing for some time, for some years, many years, right? Well, they start dating. He's now moving on with his life, but they are separated, right? Okay. Well, the wife gets whipped that he's now dating someone else. He moved on, and now all of a sudden she wants her husband back. So she tells him, hey, I want you to come home, XYZ. He tells her, well, you know, I'm dating someone. I'm not going to leave her alone. I love her, XYZ. She says, well, I'm okay with that. You can continue to date her. I just want you to come home. That's an open relationship. Now you're married, but open relationship. So, the new girlfriend says, okay, you know what? She's not gonna last. I'm gonna let her see I'm gonna let it go and see what's gonna happen because she's not gonna last. You will not be able to tolerate your man still dating me. So she thought it was pretty funny. Okay, going ahead. Well, to her surprise, she was the one that could not really tolerate it because she's a territorial person. She doesn't like to be, sharing her man with anybody else. So she gave him an ultimatum. You know what? You need to figure out what you want to do. If you're going to go back home to your wife, go back home to your wife. I understand you guys have history. Do that. If not, then we need to figure out what we're going to do. We've already started, building, our relationship and XYZ. Y'all marriage been on the rocks for a while. I thought all of that good stuff. Y'all been separated. Now all of a sudden she's coming back, right? Now in the process of them being together, of course they moved in together, right? So they pretty much got this whole thing going right now. This whole, they in a relationship. Well, he wants another baby, right? She didn't want another baby because she was in school. It's really not the right time right now, but biological clock is ticking. So she, okay, if we have one in between this time, it will be okay as long as it doesn't interfere with my school. They agreed to it. She got off of birth control. She felt that since she was on birth control for so long that she wouldn't get pregnant right away. Okay? Well, push comes to shove, he ends up going back to his wife. After she pretty much sent him off when things was looking a little shady. Well, a week later, she finds out that she's pregnant. She tells him that she's pregnant. He's excited about it. He comes back. I want my baby. He comes back. The wife is upset now. Now, mind you, the wife already agreed that it's okay, you can date her. And now when she finds out she's pregnant, she's upset. So it was just a lot of back and forth. And I'm making sure I'm getting this right. He decides to finally go back. And now she doesn't want to have, she's trying to understand if she should go on ahead and let him be a part of her life with the kid, or should she just let him go off with his wife and just do his own thing and just be done with it. Now, he's excited about the baby coming because he wanted a baby. Now, get this. The wife found out that she couldn't have kids. Right? So when she found out she couldn't have kids, she had asked a friend of hers to be a surrogate. The friend of hers got into a relationship, and she said no. She changed her mind.
I know, I'm with Jasmine. This is too much.
Yes, but it's a true story. So, you know, she her friend flaked on and said, hey, no, I didn't got into a relationship now. I want to have my own baby with my own. So now she's wondering, like, okay, so I'm wondering, because his first kid, they ended up moving that kid in the house with them. And now he said that he would take that baby from her. So she's like, am I a surrogate on it? Or did y'all set me up? Like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out, you know. So she wants to know what she do in this situation.
Who is who is who? Who is the person?
The new girlfriend. Now, right now, she's feeling like she's been played.
Yeah, you've been played like a funky piano.
Both have.
I mean, both of them have. It's just, look.
I'm just shaking my head.
Well, I am too, but because y'all know
I hope I
get on
told
here.
it good enough.
Yeah, but
because it was
it's all good.
No, you
Listen.
told it
Yeah,
extremely
listen.
well.
Okay, and I hope I'll lose my man card when I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Ladies, you cannot give a man that much power. You cannot. You cannot do that, because he gonna act again, going back to this whole animal
fool.
situation.
He
is
gonna
gonna act a fool if you give him that much. I hate the term. You gonna let him have his cake and eat it too. Well, if it's my cake, I can do what I want to do with my cake.
And prime example of how just what she was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, he can be now.
Yeah,
you see,
no,
this is
no,
the
no,
effects.
no, man, no. You can't do that, man.
You know,
y'all
if
can't
I was
give
I,
us
if,
that much power.
if
man.
I was the wife, I would check out, because
all of them
Does
should check
the
out,
wife
yeah.
have a right to be upset
yeah, I mean, yeah, I
At
think
herself.
so.
at herself? Right.
I
Both
think
of them.
she
I
can't
think
be mad at the woman.
I think she has. I think here's the problem. I think everybody has a right to be upset. I feel like the wife can be upset because that was her husband. That's what, and whatever. I know she made an agreement. A lot of times we do this, and I did this. So don't do this. Not this. But we make premature commitments to things that before we experience them. That's not something, as a wife, she should have been open to experiencing in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That's just number one.
yeah.
Separated or not, if that's the case, if y'all just separated and that's not what y'all are going to do, and if he's going to go and play husband somewhere else, meaning living in with somebody else and doing all of that, that's called divorce.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because I mean,
that's called
basically, he
divorce.
moved on with his life. So
He didn't move on with his life because he was just separated. You moving on with your life, you divorce.
He's playing games.
He's
yes.
playing.
If
Because
you,
he's
Yeah.
allowed.
If
That's
you give
why.
a nigga,
I agree with that.
Lord forgive me. If you give a nigga a rope,
Yeah.
he will be a cowboy.
Right.
I mean, that's just kind of pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
And I think Alan, one of our listeners, said it's immature. I won't even call it spiritually immature, because at that
Yeah.
point in time, his spirituality has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Right.
It's just immaturity. I mean, because as a man, you are, number one, it's innately in you to be a protector. You know,
Yeah.
if you're really a man, not a dude, but a
Right.
man.
Right.
You know, so your conscience is not going to let you do that.
But speaking of, okay, so even talking about this protection deal, what happens if you, and I really don't want to go down that. Never mind.
could it possibly do you think that it's a possibility that, being that she cannot have kids, that she could have been set up
For there's a story.
to bring the baby?
For there
You
is a
think?
story. There is a story that a woman allowed a man to go out and do the very same thing.
It's called a hall pass.
Well, a hall pass, but in according to the holy writ that I govern my life according to, Sarah allowed Abraham to go out and do the exact same thing, and it caused some problems. You can't go out there and put one thing in front of the other. You don't want to do that. As ladies, I'm going to give y'all give y'all some free game, as Sean would say. A man is only going to do what you allow him to do. It's just like children. If you allow certain things to happen, it's going to happen like that. And I hope I ain't losing my card or whatever. A man cheats because, ladies, y'all allow that stuff to happen. You know, a man act a certain way because you allow it. Because y'all come in and y'all think that you don't want to say and do the wrong things to keep him or to hold him and do all that stuff. Y'all allow that stuff to happen, and that's why it happened. That situation happened because she allowed that to happen, because that's what she wanted to do. So it is what it is.
And I think the new girl should. She's keeping the baby, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, y'all want to open it
It's
up?
just gonna
I mean,
keep.
yes.
It's just gonna keep being a big thing. It's just gonna keep being.
Yeah,
bigger.
I say that she's gonna have the baby, and even I think the wife is gonna continue to always have a problem because now he still has to be a part of his child's life if he wanted the baby.
That's what I'm saying. It's
now
gonna keep
you
getting
have
bigger.
now you have to take into consideration that he's going to be going over there to see the baby, and he already told you that he loved her and he wanted to be with her and he was going to still be with her.
That wife needs to cut her losses. That's what I say.
I also feel
You
like
don't get no marriage no more.
I also feel like the wife may have seen her and was like, "Oh no, I'm not about to lose," and it turned into an ego thing. Because the marriage been on the rocks for many, many years, and all of a sudden you finally decide to separate, and then he starts dating someone else, and now all of a sudden you want it back when you find out that he's dating someone else.
I don't think that.
Wait. I got a person here. Chandra. Chandra says, why can't a man just know how to act? His ass should have made his mind up. Keon, that is crap. Listen to me. A man is going to do what a man is allowed to do.
That
Knowing
is so
how to
true.
act,
That
they're
is
going to
so
do
true.
what they're allowed to do at the end of the day. That's it. If you allow this stuff to happen, if you allow a man to treat you a certain way, ladies, then that's what he's going to do. Okay, I'm not going to get into no back and forth about that situation. I'm a grown man. I am a man. I'm probably the manliest man here in this room, even considering
Male.
Sean.
We haven't
Man.
Nah, okay,
But-
whatever.
At any rate, hey, y'all join in on the conversation. Y'all give us a call in here. Everybody real slick with your fingers on this thing. So give us a call in here, 936-585-4627. 936-585-4627. I can't even say the number. So y'all get
messed up
slick with
too,
your
huh?
fingers. Yeah, I am. Y'all, because that's what the situation is. Okay.
I mean, and that's just the effects of just what old girl was saying in the video that we watched not long ago. Having an open relationship like that, this is what you bring in.
Yeah.
Whether you're in a relationship or as a marriage,
Yeah.
and you allow him to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, I'm gonna put it like this: a man is gonna always do what he want to do, whether you know it or not. And if you keep a latch on him like this, he's just gonna sneak around. He's gonna be more careful about you finding out.
Right.
If he wants to be with you, he's going to be there because he wants to be there. You're not going to make him be there. But if you decide to go on ahead and do the marriage thing and you're in this committed relationship, I mean, and you open the door for another woman, I mean, you're looking for trouble. And that's just what it is. And it's going to happen like that every single time. Yeah. Because now he's like, oh, wow, I got the best of both worlds. You think he ain't going to be out there?
No, you don't.
No, he will feel like
Yeah,
it.
but-
You know, if he don't feel like he think he ain't, he wouldn't be out
Man,
there, but he's going to go.
Let me say
He
this.
going to jump the fence like a loose dog.
Let me say this. It's Pandora's box. When you open it, on both sides, there are going to be some repercussions. Okay? Number one, what the whole scenario that we just heard of all the foolishness and debauchery that happened. That's Pandora's box being opened.
Debauchery?
But on the other side, on the other side, for the dude, we just talked about this. That crazy meter about to
button
come
in the
out.
back.
Say
There are
what?
movies made. Come on, man. You know, bunnies boiling in a pot.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Say what?
Windows busted. Everything. That's what's about to happen to this.
Tires slash one each day. Once you get one fixed, they slash the other one.
Yeah.
It gets bad. The
Bruh.
wife needs to cut her losses.
Brother, the only thing worse than dealing with a crazy woman is dealing with two of them. Homie, you need to stop. That's it.
And the thing about it is, if y'all get a divorce, y'all ain't got no kids, so it ain't gonna be too bad of a divorce.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to move on.
You'll be able to move on with your life. Y'all don't have kids.
Yeah.
Cause see, he's starting all the way over.
Yeah, he didn't have 2 on you, so I mean.
And he finna get hit in the pocket.
Oh,
because
yeah.
them folk finna come up after him. And them folk, they don't miss. They gonna find you. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I don't know if I know all that, but
Yeah, they
I
gonna
just know.
you can act that chiss up, like we call it, that chiss up. That's how it show up on your stub. That chiss up gonna show up on that stub. You gonna be a pissed.
What is it called?
Chiss up. That's what we
Chiss up?
called it. Chiss up. That child support. That
In
chiss
your
up
life.
gonna show up.
Shoot, man.
And you better if you don't want it, you go file it on yourself. Because if you let her do it, she gonna take all the back and the forward.
No. Okay. All right. Chandra, listen, I'm not going to make you the topic of the situation. She's saying that no, men should know how to behave.
They don't. They're
I
stupid.
want
They carry the S gene.
Not too much, though. Not too much.
I
They
think
carry
a
the
man. I
energy.
think a
Say that.
man will do right for the one that he wants.
That's
period.
right.
I'm shaking my head over here
Thank
because you using that word man too loosely.
Say it
But
again,
it's
because-
about
Sean.
her, not me.
No, listen, because you keep validating that.
Well, not validating anything.
Hold on, man, because at the end of the day, your brother said this.
What my brother say?
Oh, Lord.
What's up,
That-
LB?
LB, shout out to you,
Lord.
LB. There's a difference between males, men, dudes,
Yeah.
brothers.
And old boy.
They're all the same. They're all the same species.
Yeah.
Just different breeds.
Gotcha.
Don't
Okay.
don't group me. That dude that's in this scenario is not a man.
No,
that
no,
is
no,
a male.
Right. And you're right. Okay, you're right. I take
nigga.
that. So you're
Because
right.
Sean kept saying, let me tell y'all, this
You're
came
right,
from the
you're right.
spirit. Because Sean just kept whispering, male.
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 Yeah, male.
Male.
Yeah,
That
you're
is
right.
not a man.
Yeah, it's somebody that's got a tool that's out there.
He has a
able
phallic
to-
tool and knows how to use it.
Yeah. Well, because, again, the ladies keep letting him do that thing. Why do y'all...
My
Why do y'all
only-
keep putting up with that stuff?
I think.
I'm gonna keep doing it as long as you keep letting them do it. Well, not
But
me,
that's
but
stupid.
You know.
That's like. That's.
Part of it is forgiveness. I remember when I was in a situation where he cheated, and when the conversation came up, first you want to forgive people because you want forgiveness. So I don't want to treat you any way that I wouldn't want to be treated if I needed it. The problem was when he said, "Look how many times you've forgiven me," is when it clicked in my head. Oh, you have
know that I'm
absolutely
gonna
no
forgive-
idea, no intention.
Exactly. So
Of
you know.
stopping.
So he's cognizant of what he's doing.
So once that happened, I was out.
So you gotta forgive and forget. Bye.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah. I can't.
I would tell that wife to walk away. New girl, you.
I would leave
just-
it.
I say run.
Everybody should run.
Yeah. Keep them shoes on tight. I'm talking ready to roll.
Because I mean, if he did it before, this is second time. Hey, 3 times a charm.
No.
I think it's gonna happen again.
No, it ain't no 3 times. And again, y'all, I'm a dude. I am,
If she don't leave, it
I'm
could
pro-dude,
very well
but-
possibly be.
No, I am pro dude.
I'm pro man. I'm not pro dude.
Well, Sean, you know what?
we
Well,
go.
okay, you're right.
You done
Let
took
me work
Sean
on
off
my.
with this
Let
man
me
and
let
male.
me let me
Hey,
work
man,
on
my
my
legs
vocab.
over-
Let me
I'm-
work on my vocabulary for the English
Come on,
teacher.
pragmatics, brother. That's what I
For
do.
the English teacher. Sucker, man. Okay, so old boy is not represented.
He is the epitome of old boy.
He is epitome of old
That's
boy.
old boy.
And
that's who
they-
we gotta
they
pay
gotta
for. That's
be-
who men pay for.
Wait, we cheat too? Yeah, women do cheat. Yeah, y'all do. Yeah. I'm talking about, yeah, y'all do. Y'all cheat too. So she
different
says-
reasons, but they
for
cheat.
different reasons. For different reasons. She said, "Why do y'all keep doing it? We cheat too. It's just when we cheat, men know that they."
Where
That
you
they
reading?
really flaked up. I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
she probably-
You supposed to be trying to cuss
She was
over
trying to
there.
cuss.
Church choir lady. This is one of my coworkers. I know that that women cheat, but they cheat for different reasons.
Women
and-
cheat to prove a point.
Yeah, but again, I just if it gets to that point, it's just time to roll, man. I'm serious. If it gets to the point where you have to start cheating on each other, it's just time to
Yeah,
roll.
it's over. I mean,
y'all giving us a
because the
call?
trust is.
Oh,
is-
yeah. Somebody, y'all can give us a call, 936-585-4627. Y'all give us a call up in here. And,
Someone was saying we were having difficulties. They could having a problem logging in.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, this is some bullshit. He's weak as fuck for that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm heated.
And you played her basically. So you can't even get like you. You know,
I don't.
I don't
Some of
think
that
so.
is ignorance.
I think her problem in this situation is that she should have waited until the divorce was final.
That's right.
I think that's where she messed up. But I'm gonna say this: how many people do you know wait until the divorce is final before they start dating again?
I mean,
How long does marriages actually take to be finalized? So are you going to sit down for 2-3 years? What if the other one don't have money? How many people have been separated for 5, 6, 7 years? So are you just going to sit down and be like, I'm waiting on my divorce to be final? I mean, hello?
Yeah, I mean that goes
So
back
you
to,
start dating again.
but that goes back to what we even kicked the show off with
That's
when we
right.
first started talking. The problem is people being stupid and not using wisdom when it comes to relationships. We all have
right.
done it, but at the end of the day, you learn your lesson. I
Mm-hmm.
learned if you are telling me you just been divorced X many years, I'm probably gonna leave you alone as fine as I may think you are, or I'm just got out of a relationship. That usually means you're not ready.
Right. Well, kind of goes back to what we've talked about before about being injured and being hurt now, because that's a difference. You
Okay.
can't just go jump back into
let
a
me
situation.
let me be play devil's advocate, okay? So sometimes marriages can be so bad to where the woman or the man can disconnect in the middle and still be with them just because they have kids together. They could be then healed up and everything. We're just roommates now. I don't give a damn about you. I'm gonna do this
check out.
XYZ,
Yeah.
and they checked out long time ago. So let's say they're going ahead and finalize the divorce. You still wouldn't date her even though she has checked out long time ago and she's good?
I have been in that situation. I have been in that person when they were ready to move on, but they were not ready to commit to anything.
Yeah.
They were ready to they liked my company, they liked, hanging out, but they were not ready to be in a relationship.
Now,
You know?
I've met someone like that too, but they were used to being in relationships, so they were ready
Right.
to move on with
Yeah.
it. You know,
I think, though, I really think that we have to be very mindful of the conversation and the communication that we're having with people from the front door. And I don't know if I'm kind of backtracking on some stuff that I was saying maybe last week, but you have to be mindful of what it is that you're saying to people. If you want to be in a relationship, say, I want to be in a relationship. Don't come in there and saying, hey, well, let's just see what happens. Okay, well, let's just see what happens. All right. So when is that thing up for review? Is it up for review after 3 weeks? Is it up for review after 3 months? How often do we evaluate where we are? Because I think oftentimes, again, people are going to do what you allow them to do.
Right.
If you don't sit there and hold their feet to the fire about certain things, and this is not about giving people ultimatums and things like that. It's about you making sure that you get what you need out of that situation all the time, that your needs are being met. And if your needs are not being met, baby, that thing should have been reevaluated a long time ago. And you have to be able to constantly sit there at the table, going to what Shai says, and roll up your sleeve and putting in the work. I believe that that's where the work happens. The work happens at the table when you're sitting there and you're having those kind of, those type of conversations.
You know what? My boy Stephen James Dixon, shout out to him. He wrote a book called "Men Don't Heal They Hope."
Yeah. Well,
Whole nother situation. But what he says is we have to start dating like corporations hire. Okay, you have probationary periods and they review it. Okay, and in that review, it's either you staying or you going. After that probation, we move on. And what happens is a lot of times people will stay in situations like she did and did not review it, because I'm sure all the red flags that ended up being, things that happened at the end were there, but she just ignored them and kept going with it because this wasn't something that just popped up. It wasn't just something that just, he's going to leave me for his wife and go back. She knew that. That was some things in there where she saw that beginning to materialize, to where she could have cut that off then, but we tried to ignore that because unfortunately, when we are in love, guess what we ignore? Red flags.
Yep.
And we don't address them. And that's kind of that's what I feel like is happening, or what happened there.
But what happened? And I think the reason so the question becomes, Why do we ignore those flags? I think because people don't want to be by themselves.
I think because of the situation at hand, she's not pregnant.
I know a lot of people that have been pregnant and been by themselves.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm just saying, I'm thinking because of the way the situation was built, we moved in together and started building a foundation. We started speaking of kids and all this
She
other
can't
stuff. In
build
which
no
I think,
foundation with
but
somebody
listen,
else's husband.
I understand. I understand that. But this is what they did.
No, this is what she thought they were doing. 'Cause this is what I'm saying. The reason that's not what's happening is because you cannot build a foundation with someone else's husband. You just can't do it. The wife, like I said, needs to leave and cut her losses, because I'm gonna tell you something about me as a woman, going back to being territorial. I don't care if you're an ex-wife, ex-baby mama, ex-girlfriend, you're not running my house. You're not gonna run my house. And if that means that if at the drop of a call, he got to do this and do that, and there's no order, there's no respect. I'm so grateful for my co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband. Me, him, his girlfriend, we all get along. Let me tell you something. I don't want to run her house. That's her house. I respect that woman. That is her house. That is her man. And ain't no woman gonna run my house. And if that wife, because at this point, that's what she's about to do, tug of war with running her house. And she's going to feel that way. She may not find the right words, but I can guarantee you, ain't no woman, not now other woman, running my house.
Yeah, ain't no
She needs
dude
to cut her
running
loss.
either. I dealt with a situation like that, but it was from something else, from another deal where I had a man had some control over the lady that I was with because she couldn't get what she needed to get. We ain't gonna go down there, but yeah, man, you ain't finna be running my house, and that dog won't hunt. Even to the point, if it's somebody that I am with, and I mean this, if it's somebody that I'm with, and there have been some type of paperwork that put into play to where the husband or the father has to pay some child support. Hey man, look, you can still get your, hang out with your kid, do all that stuff. But as long as money is being poured into that situation, you got some say in that house, because child support orders can go by saying, okay, well, she can't move within this certain amount of space because I'm paying this, and the access to my kid is being, jeopardized. So those are some crazy things that can happen out there like that. But nah, man, I can't have nobody else running my house, man.
Yeah,
I'm the master.
and
of that
that's what's
pastor.
going to happen with the wife. At the end of the day, and see, then children get involved, and you don't want to put that on these babies because they didn't do anything.
Right.
And the animosity that the new girl probably ain't gonna want the baby. It takes time for all of that. I don't want my baby around her. It's just too much. I would.
He even threatened to take the baby from her
Yep.
and bring him in the house with him and his wife.
I'm telling you, that wife needs to cut her losses, because that's who winning. The one right now that really got the ball in her court is the wife.
Yeah,
Because she can get away clean.
She can get out.
Yeah.
She can walk away clean. She gonna cry. It's gonna hurt like hell. You gonna get. I could tell you how the circle goes. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna miss him. You're gonna get angry all over again. You're gonna get super pissed off, and then one day you're gonna be over it. Same cycle. It's called the breakup cycle.
My cousin Albert said he's not playing her. He is the product of a process. She allowed his behavior from the start. So again, that just speaks back to what I said, man.
Here's the catch. Y'all don't want nobody else running your house. Don't let nobody else run your house.
So
So
we're running out of time.
Yeah, we are.
So y'all need to follow us on Facebook. The page is Doctor's Orders. On Instagram, The Doctor's Orders Show. Follow our personal pages.
Shy Johnson, sorry.
All right, Keon Banks. I got some ghost pages out there. Y'all just add both of them. We'll get together.
Sean C. Wilburn.
And I am Natasha Jolie. So if y'all have any topics or scenarios, personal, whatever y'all might have going on, you will stay completely anonymous. Go on ahead and slide us those topics, and we going to make it do what it do, and thanks for all of y'all support. And we'll see you again next Monday.
Toodaloo.
Peace.